Hey there guys, it's Jesse, and sorry for not updating yesterday, but for those of you who follow my Twitter, you are aware I was swamped with auditions. And yeah, if you think that sounds like shameless promotion for my voice acting, it is. Anyway, my playtime was really limited, but we did manage to finish up the Scarlet Gorge, and at the same time, I'm not really sure that we did. I'm hoping those of you playing can help me out because, yeah, it really bothered me. But before we begin, I just want to say that being part of the Head Start has meant there has been a ton of downtime here and there, and you know, things of that nature. But it was really kind of funny the other night, just after a 45-minute downtime, a GM appears and is like, "We're gonna take down the servers," and everyone freaked out. It was hilarious. Less than a minute later, the GM comes back online and is like, "Oops, wrong server." It was the most awesome trolling ever. In fact, chat is kind of like all the chat of every other MMO. There was some guy the other day causing all sorts of drama, and some dude's like, "Man, you make a sweet troll." And I interjected with something like, "We should make an MMO-themed bakery where we could sell sweet trolls by the dozen." Sweet trolls. Also, just outside the town of Meridian, there was a rare spawn that a bunch of us camped in a raid, which was very cool, so we didn't have to compete. And if you kill him before these guys who spawned to kill him, which is also very cool, you get this title called the Merchant of Death, which is awesome. Though being all in red armor, I think my previous title, the Red-Handed, is kind of better for me. Anyway, enough of all that. Back to the Scarlet Gorge. There's a pretty great questline here where this chick who loses her man to the violence of the world goes on like a killing spree of revenge against pretty much everyone. And the ending is actually really great and a little bit touching, but I'm not going to spoil it too much and hope you enjoy it when you play through it. Now, for the most part, we spent our time wrapping up questlines involving these dark goblins causing trouble up north, and I love these little guys. Their different equipment models are really creative. Though the worst part was a fire invasion started up right as we were questing, and fire rifts opened right in our questing area, and the fire mobs just kept killing all the damn goblins that we needed to kill, and it drove us crazy. Stupid fire. Anyway, we went exploring around during this time, and we found these wardstone things, and apparently you can activate or control them to get mini quests that will let you, do something around the area, get some extra XP, and help establish a foothold in the zone. There's a spider one, there's this one where you have to drag around demons, and then there's this one where you have to collect ancient cave drawings. The most interesting part is there's a ton in the zone, and apparently you can take over these spots from the other factions to get the quests. The coolest part is, the more turn-ins you do, the bigger the camp becomes, the more guards spawn, all that crap. It's actually kinda neat. Anyway, after doing all of that, and completing the goblin quest chain, I looked at my map and realized we had no new quests, and half the zone was still uncovered. So we just went exploring just for the sake of exploring, and we still couldn't find any quests. We found a dungeon called the Foul Cascade. Hell, we just started jumping off crap and acting silly just to see if we could find things. We didn't even find a quest that said go to that dungeon, so we weren't even sure we were supposed to be there. We saw the two unseen chicks from the second zone lurking around, but they were questless too. Now, I suppose the top of the zone is for the Guardians since they have a bunch of bases up there, but not having a quest that says at least to go explore that area is kind of annoying. And I find stuff like this incredibly frustrating. I mean, we explored everywhere and no quests. It's like the zone just stopped. We had one quest that led us to the next zone, but we got that way far back when we were like level 27, and we were like, whatever, let's just go try it. We get there, the first mob we encounter is 5 levels higher than us, and he kicks our ass. Now at this point we were like, this is ridiculous. So we just went to the nearest town and stopped there in the hopes that one of you who is watching this can at least tell us where we've gone wrong. We're level 30, and I suppose that means we have to go to the Foul Cascade dungeon? But it seems ridiculous that no one has said, you know what, that might be a good idea. Anyway, thank you for watching, we'll update you shortly, and hopefully you can help us out. And as always, to be continued.